Hey everybody, welcome to Band Advice TV. So today I'm going to give you a kind of a quick tutorial on how to achieve that cool ambient guitar sound without going overboard with a bunch of stacking delays and stuff like that. So my name is Mark Allen V, and this is Tips, Tricks, Giggles, and... So I guess you could say that the ambient guitar is to praise and worship music what the steel guitar is to country music. Uh, which is kind of funny because they both kind of occupy the same space in the frequency range there. But when you hear steel guitar on the radio, you know you're listening to a country station. When you hear an ambient guitar going, you good chance that you're listening to Hillsong or something along that lines in the praise and worship realm. Which surprises me because the ambient guitar is kind of cool. I enjoy it. It's just there's just something that's really neat and different about it. So I'm surprised you don't hear more of it in today's pop and rock music. But nonetheless, it's definitely a praise and worship kind of thing. So if you watch some of the videos out there on YouTube or you read up on how some of these praise and worship guitar players get that ethereal sound, it's really kind of cool and fun. I mean, they're stacking delays. You got different reverbs doing different stuff, and it's creating this beautiful uplifting sound with these dotted eighth note trails going off into the distance. And it's all fine and dandy and fun when you're playing around with it or you're recording. But when you try to produce that live, it can actually be a hindrance. You start to clutter up the mixing with all the trails and then of course the sounds bouncing off the walls and stuff. It's enough to drive your sound engineer batty, I tell you. And what's going to end up happening is if it starts to be too much, he's going to pull you back in the mix. And I've yet to find a guitar player that wants to be pulled back in the mix. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a way of creating that ambient tone that you can use live and not clutter up the mix too much and help keep your guitar front and center and present, which is what we all really want, right? So on with the headphones, and here we go. Okay, so the first thing you got to start off with is good clean tone. Now, clean tone is subjective, right? Some guys are just like, no gain whatsoever. Do you want the nice smooth lines going all the way through? Others like a clean tone is like a little bit above breakup, where as you strum the guitar, it rings out clearly, but when you start to hit a little bit, you get a little bit of that crackle in there. I personally prefer my clean tone to be considered just a tad bit above breakup, where you got a little bit of crunch to it when you give the little energy to the strings. So what I do, I've got my Gibson Les Paul here, put it on the center position. I dial back the bridge pickup to 7, 8, and then I dial up the neck pickup to about 3 or 4, just to get a nice warm tone here. I could use a little bit more warmth there. Okay, so now as far as my pedals, what I'm doing right now is I am running the Keeley compressor, just a little bit of compression, going into the Keeley Super Fat Mod. That's my gain pedal, which I keep on all the time. Right now, I am not running any timing or any modulation, and I'm going through the Moore Radar, which is my cab simulator and power amp simulator, going directly into the DAW. So this is just the clean tone. Okay, so now I'm going to kick on my TC Electronic Flashback delay. Now I have it set on tape delay. I found the tape delay setting to have this nice warmth to it because it emulates the way a tape delay used to work, where you got the two spinning reels and it's writing and reading as it goes. And those things had a warmth and a little bit of a wobble to them, so it kind of gave you a little bit of a modulation. So I find that the tape delay setting works best for this, and I got a nice little dotted eighth delay going on. So here we go. All right, so you're starting to pick up some of that dotted eighth there. You get a little bit of that ethereal sound to it, a little bit of that ambient sound coming through. Okay, now the last thing I do to achieve this tone is I'm going to kick in my TC Electronic Hall of Fame 2 reverb. I've got it set to spring with a long pre-delay, and it's not over. I don't have it set to be overly aggressive on the reverb, but it's there, and it's something you can play around with. And it's the flashback delay and the reverb working together that really gives you the overall tone that you're looking for. So here we go. All right, so there you go. Kind of a quick and easy way of creating a great ambient guitar tone that'll work well live. One, it doesn't have too many pedals, and two, it doesn't have too much stuff going on that can muddy up the mix and drive your sound engineer batty. Something you can try is maybe throwing a little bit of chorus before there, but I wouldn't do too much. Play around with your different reverb settings. But like I said, though, the tape echo, the tape delay tone seems to really work about the best. But if you guys find some other stuff, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, subscribe to the channel and check out the other videos. And until next time, I am your host, Mark Allen V for Band Advice TV. This has been Tips, Tricks, Giggles, and Stuff. Peace. Click.